Hey, what's happening people, Naughty Morty here, back again with another Battlefield 6 predictions and discussion video. Today we are talking about Firestorm and the potential of Firestorm 2.0 or the Battlefield Battle Royale, which some people are predicting is coming, others are saying it's never going to happen, and I'm here to discuss both sides of the coin with you today. Straight off the bat there guys, you've seen the first and only game of Firestorm I have ever played. It took me over 3 hours to find that game on PC, I dropped in and died straight away. So as you can tell, I'm never going to be touching Firestorm again, but I thought it'd be worth at least having a discussion around that, what went wrong with the mode, and similarly what Battlefield 6 might need to do and what DICE need to do to make the mode potentially more viable in the next title. First and foremost, I think the key reason that Firestorm was a bit of a failure for DICE was the fact it was hidden behind a paywall. The fact that everyone had to buy the game straight off the bat to have access to the Battle Royale is immediately going to put them at a disadvantage in comparison to a lot of the other main frontline Battle Royales that are available at the moment, like Apex, Fortnite and Warzone. Coupled with that, and it has been a very common thing when I've been speaking to anyone in the Battlefield community, there is a lot of negativity surrounding Battle Royales in general because it isn't really a Battlefield style of game mode. It's definitely not the typical Conquest, Breakthrough, Frontlines, Rush, anything along those lines. It's very, very different. Fit the style of Battlefield games? Some would argue it certainly doesn't. And when you look at Firestorm side by side the likes of Apex Legends and Warzone, you can immediately tell that DICE never really nailed down exactly what the vision for the mode was. Obviously, and I heard about a lot of the changes that were going on week in, week out with the game, and it never really got started from there. But putting Firestorm to one side, let's talk about what DICE need to do if they're going to implement a BR into the Battlefield franchise alongside the release of Battlefield 6. First off, it should be a given, the game has to be free. It needs to work alongside the Battlefield game and not be stuck behind a paywall as Firestorm was with Battlefield 5, giving anyone who wants to play access to the open world, exciting Battle Royale experience with Battlefield mechanics. This does raise the question of whether the game should be released alongside Battlefield 6, or rather for DICE to wait a few months and release it in maybe the spring of 2022 as an alternative, so players have had a chance to jump into Battlefield 6, get used to the game, the all new mechanics, the all new modes, get used to the general feel, and then dive into a BR experience alongside the Battlefield 6 standalone game. Personally, I think the delayed release of BR alongside Battlefield 6 is probably going to be the best port of call for DICE. If they wait a few months to see how well Battlefield 6 is received, they can then drop a BR into the mix to give players something else and something fresh to play alongside the standard core Battlefield experience. My last point around this has to be looking at their direct competition. The likes of Apex Legends and Warzone have intuitive UI and easy to understand mechanics. DICE and Criterion Games, who may or may not be working on the BR as we speak, need to look directly at these games and their audiences to see what they're doing well, what they're doing not so well, and really try and hone out their niche within the BR market. Now overall, it's probably a bit cliche to say, but I'm not too bothered either way. I do enjoy a good BR. Apex Legends, of course, is my preferred choice at the moment. However, I'm not going to be pent up about not having a BR in the next Battlefield game. If DICE decide to make one, I'm definitely going to give it a go. It doesn't mean I'm going to be playing it all the time either. I will obviously still be going back to the core Battlefield experience because that is what I want to play the game for first and foremost. Just the BR would be a nice addition, I think. From a business perspective though, I think it'd be foolish of DICE not to look at the Battle Royale market, see how well some of their competitors have done, hint hint Activision, and try and replicate that themselves. All it's going to do is draw more eyes onto Battlefield as a whole and hopefully build out a stronger, more well-rounded and larger community for the game. The one caveat to this, and I will repeat it again, is it has to be done right if it's going to challenge the likes of Apex Legends and Warzone. But anyway guys, let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see a Battle Royale with the next Battlefield title. It's going to be an interesting time, and we'll definitely see with the advent of Criterion Games joining the rest of the development team if they are actually working on a BR. As always, I'd appreciate a like or dislike, it all helps with the engagement. I'm sure I'll either catch you on my streams on Twitch or here in the YouTube channel next weekend.